Hello again. I suppose it's time for me to give you a quick squidge round the plot and show you how things are going on my plot. So off we go. My dad's yellow chrysanth has suffered with the frost. We've had quite a couple of frosts now and they've really knocked things on the head, but it's all part of the process, isn't it? There you go, the dahlias, look, I've had it, but I've sewn up some tulips and daffodils and all sorts. What do you think's turned up here, look? How about that then? It's only Rudolph. I made that this morning. Whilst I was making it, one of the ladies asked me what I was making, and I said reindeer, and she said no, but it might snow, my love. I didn't get it. Now me pot, me cold frame, I've got things in it, whether they come to anything I don't know. The radishes are good. When there's a real bad frost, I like that candle, and that works a treat. And that is going to give me, well, it's giving me lettuce. Hopefully that'll give me lettuce through the winter. Carrots, I'd be surprised if they come to anything. The same as the beetroot, but I'm picking the onions and the radishes. Then on into the club room. There's nothing going on in there. Club room, if you like. I've got the chrysanths are looking really nice. They like it in here, and I'm happy with that. But everything else, there's all my lobelia. Look, they've all suffered now with the frost, so it's time to say winter's here. Winter draws on, as they say. I'm not sure quite what you need to wear, but anyway. Oh, in the greenhouse, tomatoes are still coming. If they're hanging in there, that's good. But the peppers really don't like it now. It's too cold for them. There's a couple there to pick. And then I always try and overwinter a Cape gooseberry, which is what I've got here. It got on a bit more than what I expected. I might even leave it in there, at the risk of it overtaking the whole greenhouse. So let's move on round then. So most of this now is redundant. The grapevine, I'm still trying to graft to that grapevine and I'm failing every time. In the cold frame here, I've got a bit of lettuce and a couple of peppers, and they seem to be surviving, but I'm really surprised. It may be because they've been outside. They're sort of hardened off a little bit. The strawberry patch, this strawberry bed, this is going to be its last year, and I'm going to reduce it down smaller, because I'm going to put the strawberries elsewhere, and then I'm going to make this bed wider so that I can get 2 rows of potatoes in. If you're going to have raised beds, sure enough you want to be able to reach across, but it's logical to make it so that you can get 2 rows of potatoes. Then I have put out, and they're coming up already, my red onions. And these are some of the potatoes that I dug from this patch last month. Broad beans. Now I brought these broad beans on in the greenhouse, and they went out a fortnight ago and they're surviving the frost lovely. I've put some straight in the soil. All this wire is because we've got a fox, and it digs a hole, and when it digs a hole it leaves a really messy poo, and I can do without that. And then I've got Isle of Wight garlic here and elephant garlic, and I've got a snake over there in the hope that can detract the fox. And then in the what was the tomato, not really a greenhouse, it's just a protected area, I've put a couple of buckets that have got potatoes grown in them. They were supposed to be Christmas potatoes. I should have put them in there earlier. They got hit with a frost, and then I'll put them in there. But we'll see. You win some or you lose some. Grapevines, they're now in need of pruning. So there's this year's. Some of it's completed its fermentation, and it's all clearing, so that's all ready to be wrapped, which I'm quite pleased about. And then last year's is now in my new cellar clearing. I've added the sugar to it, and it's clearing, and then next year of course I'll degorge them. So I'll just put the lid down on that and forget them. Spinach platch, well, it's actually leaf beet. It has given me so much. It's been absolutely brilliant, and I like leaf beet. Now this plot has got a couple of, well, 3 galleon type cauliflowers, and then I've tongue-in-cheek put some snowball in. The ones over there that went in a lot earlier, they're doing okay. The ones here, they're struggling now, and I think the weather's simply just too cold now. And then I've dug this one over and I've left it rough, so that the frost can get to work on it. The blueberries are all gone. I'll put the sludge from the grapevines, after I've pressed the grapevines around them. I'm assuming they're acidic, and that's going to help. And it looks as though the fox has been in there digging as well. It's possible it's a cat, but I guess it's a fox. Yeah, the white rose is doing good. So let's walk on round. Let's cheat and go across here. The asparagus are all done now. My next job now is to cut the asparagus down and dry them out. See this? That is lovely for putting round the strawberries. And then I've actually got some potatoes growing in the cold frame here, but I'm not so sure they'll come to anything. It's all a tongue-in-cheek. And then I've been collecting the moisture that runs out in there, and I've been bucketing it up or canning it up. Right then, so move on round back to the path. Then through here I've got the Chardonnay grapevine. Got this Cape gooseberry. This one served me very well. It had lots of Cape gooseberries on it, but now it don't like the frost, so I'll be sorting that out. I might cut it down, and then I might put plastic all over this table to keep it. And if that keeps through, then that'd be me plant for next year. And then that grapevine, that's the 2 dessert grapes. They want pruning. They were excellent. They're lovely things, but they're supposed to be stoneless, and they're not. It's as simple as that. I don't think I've ever had one without a stone in it. So then this is me brassica bed with a couple of spray plants, a couple more cauliflowers. Then this plot here, I dug that compost heap out there. That's all been dug out, and I've started to remake that one now. And I've put all the compost on this bed so that it will get dug in. And then I've put some also on this bed, and this bed will get dug. This was the sweet corn and the squash, but the whole bed now needs digging. So I should dig it, and leave it rough. That's my next job. I've got some very late carrots I sowed here. They're actually producing, so I've put the plastic round just to keep the north wind off. Then this bed, this has got, I've put some cauliflowers in here, a bit tongue-in-cheek again. A little bit late because this bed I shall probably use for something else next year. Then my leeks are doing absolutely excellent. Looks like something's been digging down there. And then my fruit bushes are all done. The fig tree, I know you're supposed to take off all the big ones because they ruin, and leave the little ones, but I didn't have any little ones, so I'm kind of taking a chance on them. I don't think it's going to be successful. I think I'll probably lose them through the winter. If we have the winter that's prescribed for us, or whatever. Then, right through here, all the fruit bushes are all done. They've all been excellent. The raspberries, every so often, we still get a ripe one, but they are finished, and it's time for me to cut all them down. The red currants and black currants are all done, and the pears are all finished. Then my strawberry bed that I put up high to keep the woodlice, that worked a treat this year. You've got to keep it watered, of course, and I went on a holiday and it didn't get watered, so they all dried out a bit. But it got so many weeds in there, I dug them all out and I've put the strawberries back. I kept lots of soil around them, so I've remade that, and that is fresh compost from the compost heap. So hopefully, and I've put that bit of glass over just to get the roots going before the winter sets in. Then this bed here, it's a bit of everything in there, but it's going to get dug because I should want it for the spring. But it's got, as you can see, a row of leeks, and it's got me beetroot in it, which is still coming, so I should still get a few more beetroot, and there's some parsnip and all bits and pieces. So that's got to be dug and prepared for the spring. And then I've got a really nice row of parsnips in there. It looks messy, but they're in there. And then I've put in here my shallots. They're not showing yet, they've only been in for a week or so. I know they're supposed to go in on the shortest day. Oh yes, they're just beginning to show. There we go, there's one there, look. But I wanted to get them in, and then I've covered them a bit because we've had torrential rain and I didn't want them all to rot off, but as it happens they've all succeeded quite nicely. So on round we go. My carrot bed, my high carrot bed, I've done that bit of cover because I'm still pulling the carrots, and I've put that there just to keep the frost off, so that I can keep pilling them as long as possible. Pond's doing all right. Haven't noticed if I've got any life in there, but well, there's plenty of snails and stuff. That there are frogs in there, but they're all hiding away somewhere. This bed has been dug. This is going to be the strawberry bed. The slate that ran the outside, I was lucky enough, somebody gave up a plot and left the slope, and the council were going to put it on the truck and you know, to the tip. And I said, no, I'll have that. You want it, you take it. So that is going to provide me with the strawberry bed that I can put a bit of glass across like that to encourage them to come on and give us a bit of protection. The apple tree, they have been superb. As I noticed that the birds are liking them as well, but who am I? There's enough for us all to have a bit. There you go. So let them eat them, and they're going nicely. The ones that fall on the ground, I know it looks a bit terrible to leave them like that, but they are next year's compost. Then the grapevines through the back here, they're all ready for pruning. I left just a couple of bunches on for the birds, but it seems to me that they didn't want them. They've, well, if they don't want them, they don't want them, do they? I expect they've got so much else to eat, they don't need them. And then the beehive, that's quiet now. The beehive's all been tucked away for the winter, and they've got a nuke, a full nuke on the top that is full of honey, so they should survive. So there's the plot, all not ready for winter, but now I've got to roll my sleeves up and get stuck in and get it ready for the winter. Bye for now.